So guys, I'm sure that most Australians have by now heard of the VLAD laws. That is the Vicious Lawless Association Disestablishment Bill. What they are is anti-association laws, and specifically in the legislation it says that any group of 3 people or more can be declared a vicious lawless association and detained without charge. Now the problem with these laws, especially in Queensland, is that they take away the premise of innocent until proven guilty. What you have to do is prove that you're not a member of a lawless association. And as I'm sure many of you know, you cannot prove a negative. Basically, what the law enforcement can do is accuse you of being a lawless associate, a member of a bikie club, anything like that. And that's it. You have to prove that you're not, otherwise you get imprisoned. Now, these laws have faced a lot of really stark criticism as of late. I believe in early December we had there was the first protest outside Parliament House. I'm not exactly sure if it was early December or late November, where several thousand bikies descended upon the city. And Campbell Newman, our state premier, did not take kindly to that at all. He was very angry about it on his Facebook page, made a few nasty comments. And just on Australia Day, the 26th of December, that was 2 days ago now, it's Tuesday, we had another set of protests. And again, Blige, or however you pronounce his name, he's the Attorney General, and Campbell Newman again took to their Facebook pages to discredit the groups. Now, what they're trying to do is make it illegal to be friends with anyone who associates with bikies or anyone who is a bikie. Now, do I deny that there are some criminal elements in some motorcycle gangs? No, I do not. I don't deny that. I think that, yeah, there are some, but here's the thing. Bikie crime accounts for 0.8% of all crime in Queensland. That is a police statistic. They are spending millions upon millions of dollars targeting such a small group, and in the process they're affecting a lot of people that are nothing more than innocent bystanders. Just recently we had a man in Beenleigh who was a member of a club called the Misfits, and he was targeted for wearing a little jersey or a little vest that said Misfits and riding a Harley. He had something like 17, I believe, 11 or 17, one of the two, police officers show up, detain him for roughly 45 minutes, and ask him a lot of what I interpreted as very intimidating questions. Now here's the thing, should we target people that sell drugs to kids? Absolutely. But there is very little evidence beyond anecdote that any of these clubs are established for the purpose of selling drugs and committing crime. Absolutely no evidence beyond anecdote. Individual members of these clubs perhaps using them to do that? It could be. I'm definitely not suggesting that we don't target people that sell drugs to kids. That's neutral. I personally think that as an adult, you have the right to do whatever you want to your body. It's just like smoking or drinking. You know what? They're vices. And we don't suggest that people smoke or drink in high quantities. We don't suggest that people smoke at all. Drinking's not as bad. But you know what? I'm not about to tell someone, you know what? You can't do that. And if you try to do that, you're going to prison. Because that's not my right. It is not my place, nor is it the place of the government to tell consenting adults what they do with their own bodies. We even have some reports which are anecdotal. I need to point that out. It is an anecdote. That some women riding cruisers have been pulled over and forced to undress on the side of the road to be checked for tattoos. And it's just not right. You cannot treat citizens like that. Oh, nice. I think it's a GSX 750, not sure. Anyway, not relevant. The problem with these laws is that their definitions are so broad and so overreaching that they can be used on just about anyone. Any group that the government deems to be a threat, that's it, gone. You associate, you go into prison. We had one incident, the Yadina 5, a group of 5 individuals, one of which was a fucking pizza delivery man, delivering a pizza to 4 people, having a beer at a bar. And they were all arrested and put into solitary confinement for nothing more than associating. And it's just not right. We should not have laws that are so broad and so overreaching that they can be used and abused by any member of law enforcement. If you would not let your worst enemy enforce the law, then it cannot be brought into law. And those who are prepared to sacrifice liberty for security deserve neither. I remember this quote I once heard, believe it or not, from an episode of Star Trek. And it goes something like this. With the first link, a chain is forged. The first thought forbidden, the first freedom denied, chains us all irrevocably. The first moment any man's freedom is trodden on, we're all damaged. I mean, you'd think that we'd come so far. The burning of witches and torture of heretics. Yet you can't blink a fucking eye and the LNP threatens to bring it all up again. That's some old school desert shit. We are far beyond this now. Alright guys, if any of you have any stories about how you've been affected by the anti-association laws, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, if you enjoy these videos, feel free to give it a like or even subscribe. Every subscriber I get helps the channel out. Anyway, have a great day guys, and hopefully we can beat these laws.